రిలయన్స్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ ఏజీఎం మీటింగ్ లో ముఖేష్ అంబానీ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. లైవ్ లో చూద్దాం.
Projects and long-term value creation plans. We also rewarded the shareholders with the largest and the most successful rights issue ever by an Indian company. I am really delighted that our retail shareholders have made 4x returns in just 1 year on their rights issues. All of these helped Reliance achieve a net debt-free balance sheet much ahead of March 2021, a promise I had made to you 2 years ago. Dear friends, let me now talk about the performance of the individual businesses. Jio Platforms is the leading digital company in India with leadership in wireless connectivity and unmatched suite of apps and platforms. The consolidated revenues in the past year were 86,493 crores with an EBITDA of 32,359 crores. We had a net addition of 37.9 million subscribers during the year. We now serve over 425 million consumers on our network. We have revenue leadership in 19 out of 22 circles. Reliance Retail continues to be the undisputed leader in organized retail in the country, with a scale that is more than 6 times the next competitor. Despite a challenging year, retail had revenues of 1,53,818 crores and an EBITDA of 9,842 crores. We are by far the leader in each category: grocery, electronics, and apparel. Our O2C business faced unprecedented challenges as the beginning of the year was marked by severe economic contraction, leading to demand destruction and supply chain dislocations. We focused on safe operations of all our facilities. We were probably the only company globally that operated its facilities at near full capacity and was profitable in every quarter. Our consolidated revenues during the year were 320,008 crores with an EBITDA of 38,170 crores. We managed to maintain EBITDA margin at 11.9% despite volatility in both feedstock and product prices. We operationalized the JV with BP in fuel retailing using technology and innovation to deliver new customer value. The demand and the margin environment for petrochemicals has recovered to pre-COVID levels by March. I am confident that our O2C business will benefit from the strong global growth environment. As an important part of this vision of achieving accelerated growth, we look forward to welcoming Saudi Aramco as a strategic partner in our O2C business. Despite several challenges due to COVID-19, we have made substantial progress in the past year in our discussions. These discussions have been held in the spirit of mutual commitment to convert a long-standing relationship into a perpetual partnership. This continued engagement and resolve from both sides, even during this pandemic, is a testimony of the strong relationship between Saudi Aramco and Reliance. I expect our partnership to be formalized in an expeditious manner during this year. In our E&P business, BP and Reliance commenced production in KG-D6 basin. Our joint venture brought 2 of the 3 toughest deep water gas projects to production. This has been accomplished in a record time and set a new global benchmark for capital costs. We are now on course to bring the 3rd deep water MJ field on stream in the last quarter of 2022. Together, we will produce 30 million cubic meters per day of gas by 2023. This will establish Reliance again as one of the largest domestic producers of gas in India, meeting 20% of India's gas demand. E&P will again be a source of significant value and sustained earnings growth over the next decade. Dear shareholders, today I am happy to inform you about a change in the board of Reliance Industries Limited. Shri Y.P. Trivedi has expressed his desire to retire from the board. It is my duty to place on record our sincerest thanks to Shri Y.P. Trivedi. He joined our board at the request of our founder chairman, Dhirubhai Ambani, in 1992. On behalf of the entire board and the shareholders, I would like to thank him from the bottom of my heart for all his wise counsel and sage advice for nearly 30 years. YP uncle, we wish you continued good health and happiness. You are now 92 years young. May God bless you to become a Satyushi, a centurion, and all of us in your Reliance family will celebrate that day together. I am delighted and privileged to welcome His Excellency Yasir Al Rumayyan, Chairman of Saudi Aramco and the Governor of the Public Investment Fund, to join the board of Reliance Industries Limited as an independent director. He is one of the most renowned names in energy, finance, and technology globally. I am sure that we will immensely benefit from his rich experience of running one of the world's largest companies and also one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world. His joining our board is also the beginning of internationalization of Reliance. You will hear more about our international plans in the times to come. Dear shareholders, last year I had shared with you our vision to create the next big value creation engine for Reliance and India, our new energy and new materials business. I had also announced our 15-year commitment to become net carbon zero by 2035. Today, I am happy to present to you our ambitious strategy and roadmap for implementing this vision. The world is entering a new energy era which is going to be highly disruptive. The age of fossil fuels, which powered economic growth globally for nearly 3 centuries, cannot continue much longer. The huge quantities of carbon it has emitted into the environment have endangered life on Earth. Our world has only one option: a rapid transition to a new era of green, clean, and renewable energy. The COVID pandemic has further put the climate issue in the crisis bucket. Therefore, the global new energy agenda needs to move from dialogue to action, from commitment to urgent implementation on the ground. In reality, it is not enough to be carbon neutral. The world needs to achieve absolute reductions in emissions as soon as possible. Last month, the International Energy Agency, for the first time, presented a concrete global roadmap for the energy sector to remove all emissions by 2050. The roadmap calls for annual additions of solar photovoltaic to increase global solar capacity from 737 gigawatts in 2020 to about 5,000 gigawatts by the end of 2030. While this clean energy transition is a global imperative, it is important for India and other developing nations for another reason. India is experiencing an explosion of aspirations. India's GDP per capita is around $2,000, while the world average is around $12,000. India's power consumption per capita is at present only 1/3 of the global power consumption. This wealth disparity and energy disparity is unacceptable. Further, the health, well-being, and quality of life of every human being is in peril because of the polluted environment. The only answer to these problems lies in sustainable and equitable development in India and globally. How do we increase our energy production while drastically reducing our carbon emissions content? How do we meet India's growing energy needs through domestic sources of energy and not by importing carbon-intensive fuels? How do we do so in a self-reliant and affordable way which benefits 1.35 billion Indians? These are the challenges we face. I firmly believe that India can, India must, and India will meet these challenges. Friends, today I would like to make 3 affirmations. First, as one of the biggest energy markets in the world, India will play a leading role in transforming the global energy landscape. Second, as a company always focused on growing businesses of the future, Reliance will provide leadership on the combined strength of our balance sheet, talent, technology, and proven project execution capabilities. Third, Reliance will make its new energy business a truly global business. In 2016, we launched Jio with the aim of bridging the digital divide in India. Now, in 2021, we are launching our new energy business with the aim of bridging the green energy divide in India and globally. And we will do it like we have always done by getting our first principles right. First, through hyper integration, by